ヨースター、こちら北方連合重要艦クロンシュタット。遺跡の調査に精錬技術の回収なんて私好みの任務ね。この火力で全て乗り越えるまでよ。アズールレーン海域イベント開催。
Hello, hope you're doing well. This is the Abyssial Refrain revised edition. It's mostly going to be the same, so if you've already seen the video, then I'd appreciate you rewatching it. Give me the view time and likes and all that, if you found it useful, of course. But I missed a couple things. Because it's a light rerun, the event time will be shorter. It will only last a week, so be aware of that. We will get 44 pull tickets. So these are free pulls. You get some from a daily login, you get some from missions, you get some from the event shop. Those will contribute towards hopefully getting Kronshtadt or whatever else you want. Let's see. There will be, like I said, daily login, so you'll get quite a few free pulls. You'll get quite a few event points. And I believe the requirements for the point accumulations is shortened, so there's less points required for everything. Back to your regularly scheduled content. Hello, hope everyone's doing well, and we've got another UR run coming up, should be this week, and it's another Northern Parliament event, so if you're a big fan of that faction, here you go, get more goodies for you. You got Kronshtadt as the UR, Kiev as the, she's in the gotcha pool, she also has the map drop and the shop ship. Volga, who's my personal most recommended ship out of this. Arkhangelsk, the former Royal Navy battleship. And Soobrzitenly, yeah, that's all you're gonna get from me. She's the point accumulation ship. So I like the designs, just Volga's the only one I really use. And we have some cops and robbers skins as for the skins for this event, so these will be available. And the Soyuz event also had a very similar theme with like secret agents and all that stuff, so yeah, that's pretty cool. Tasks, same as always. Build 3 ships, sort and obtain 50 victories, clear non-event hard mode stage, completion tasks, 3-star stages, get some goodies. I'd recommend doing these. I know with the Impero, the Tower of, or Virtual Tower event, the rewards aren't the best. Well, this one you get cubes, so we like cubes. It's always good. Special deals in the maps. There will be submarines, so make sure to bring at least one DD or CL. Don't run all CBs or CAs because they don't have that much fun. As for maps, you should just farm D3. D3, the SB stage. That's all you need to farm. You can get Kiev, and most importantly, you can get toolboxes and the washing machine. Basically, the 2 most standard, best, general purpose use. Travel gear, always good to have, so very good event to farm those at. You can also get the Tenzin. It's a nice budget option for converging torpedo bombers. So it's for boss fights if you have a slower. So yeah, very good gear farm this event, which I'm a big fan of. As for the event shop, you got Kiev. You have the Kronshtadt gun. This is for CBs only. It's quite good. I had it as my main CB gun as, okay, whoever I'm using, I'm going to run this on them. And so, for the most part, it was A gear. And I just ran this on A gear, and she was fantastic. So, yeah, and then ships, arrays, same stuff as usual. Season 4 special strengthening unit, so DR prints and PR prints, so yeah, not bad stuff. I'd recommend grabbing the gun. Very useful, especially if you didn't get the Guam gun from the Guam event. Then this is, for my usage, and I didn't run the numbers or anything, but this was my kind of go-to, so I quite like it. Milestone rewards, pretty standard. Get some blueprints, get some skill books, get Soobrzitenly at 1,000 or 10,000 points, sorry, and you get a free bowling. So overall, gear wise, I like the event. The ships wise, I'm not a huge fan of, other than Volga. Kronshtadt, I often forget she exists, but we'll go over them right now. So first up, the first Northern Parliament UR, Kronshtadt. Like I just said, I often forget she exists. Not a huge fan of her art, her personality. I didn't really care for. Not that I was disliked it. I just there's nothing, wasn't my thing. So my only usage of her is I remembered she had a cool effect on her out of fleet buff, which is quite nice, and I use it for Opsai. And it's not on the skill thing yet, but she's a good tank. Indomitable Ice buffs her firepower and evasion by 8%, and she gets Special Barrage when she fires her main guns X amount of times. Typical CB stuff. Emperor Prudence takes less damage from AP. If she has any Northern Parliament gear on her, just one piece, it can be anything. So usually the Kronshtadt gun. Buffs her efficiencies, and she takes even less damage from all other sources instead of only from AP. So just flat 8% less damage taken. So very good tank. The one thing she's lacking, which is in her next skill, is a good heal. So strong-willed support. Once her battle and the ship's HP falls below 10%, which I don't like that low of a threshold. And if you're getting that low, you've got some other problems going on. Maybe if you're in a boss fight and it's like the very end, this will proc like end game stuff. But she takes less burn damage. Not too helpful if you're getting schlacked by battleship shells. And basically restores 10% of HP over 10 seconds. So, yeah, the heal's not the greatest. But the second part of the skill, which is why I use her in my Opsai fleets, well, only now. It's only past couple months I actually put her in there. But if a fleet she's not engaged in, if that flagship of the fleet is a BB, increase the main gun spread of all BBs in that fleet by 2. So it makes them have a tighter spread. Quite good for like triple and quad mount ships. So that way they're closer together. And for, twins. So make your New Jerseys and Georgias who already have that tight spread even tighter. Yeah, that's going to sound really inappropriate, but 20 seconds after the battle starts for the out of fleet, fires with barrage. That also decreases the speed of all enemies hit by 40% for 5 seconds. So typical out of fleet barrage for all the gotcha URs, and the speed debuff is a nice addition to it. So yeah, overall, if you spent a bunch of your cubes trying to get Soyuz, I'd say Soyuz is a better investment than Kronshtadt. I think I like Brest a little bit better than Kronshtadt. Brest has a more healing abilities, and she can heal other than herself. And she is permanently available, and you don't need to spend a ton of cubes. You do need to spend cubes, and she takes some time to unlock because she is a DR. So Kronshtadt, you'll get better usage out of her sooner, but in the long term, I do feel Brest is a bit better. I think Brest came out after Kronshtadt as well, so not totally fair comparison there, but they're both CBs, both rainbows. Okay, moving on to Volga. If you only can get one ship, this would be the ship to get. She has quite a nice heal. Rest of her effects, I don't really know, but her heal, quite good, quite nice. First skill, Meteoric Hope. Launch an airstrike, gets additional airstrike, and can inflict flooding. And if it fails to activate, so 25% chance to fail, fires Special Barrage. Nice electro damage. She got good aviation to go with it, so, pretty good. And her second skill, which you should probably level this one first, Crystals of the Great River. Every 20 seconds, selects the lowest HP percentage ship in your fleet, and afterwards, 2 randomly chosen ships in your fleet, and recovers HP for the ships equal to 5% of the ship's max HP. So it scales with Volgas, so if the ship has less max HP than Volga, they get more of a heal. If they have more max HP than Volga, the healing isn't as good for them. So for your Vanguard, it's probably very good for your destroyers and light cruisers. Maybe less so for some of your CBs and CAs, depending on. But if you give her I think the Steam Catapult should put her above 7,000, so that's a good number to be at. Good, easy number to remember. Also, you can get multiple heals on the same ship with a skill. Just be aware of that. And after its effects, once a summon, that explodes, so that's pretty cool. Nice little extra damage. I like our healers when they do just a little extra damage. Like the meme of the doctor with a gun. I'm a healer, however. And our last skill, Motherly Heart. When the battle starts, increase your aviation by 5% per each ship in your Vanguard. So, if you have a full Vanguard, 15%, there you go. If your flagship or lead Vanguard ship is a Northern Parliament ship, she gets the full stack of 3, regardless. So, I know Kiev can run solo or with a group. She has different skill sets for those. So if you just have Kiev hanging out, well, Volga can run the backline and get all her buffs. You don't have to run her like that, but that is an option, something I'm suggesting. So yeah, Volga, quite like her skills. And yeah, so I'm gonna recommend Volga the most. I use her quite frequently. I think I have her in my Opsite fleet, and I believe I was using her in Chapter 15 instead of Perseus on one of my fleets. Think because Perseus is the downside of being slow as hell with her reloads. So for longer fights, Volga or Unicorn are a bit better. And for the last of the Gotcha exclusive, we have Arkhangelsk. She's an elite PB, so automatically have to knock down a little bit because the elite status, which is unfortunate. She's got an interesting pose going on there, but she does have her sword, as I think all the Revenge class do have swords. It's shining. She's got a Pole Excalibur in a very interesting way. So for her first skill, Noble Strike, every 15 seconds, fires Special Barrage. Nice. Increases the accuracy of your main fleet by 10% for 8 seconds. That's nice. It should line up well. And second skill, Revenge Serve Cold, referencing her being a Revenge class. For each Northern Parliament or Royal Navy ship in the same fleet as this ship, buffs her firepower by 5%, consecutive 3 times, 15. If there are also 3 or more, additionally increase the ship's AA by 15% and decrease her burn damage taken by 10%. So yeah, nothing too special. The Noble Strike has a knife accuracy buff, but yeah, nothing too crazy here. So if you like your design, then there you go. If you like your skin, there you go. But yeah, nothing too much here. Now on to the event shop slash dropship. It's also only Gacha Pool, Kiev. Nice little destroyer, nothing too crazy. She's above the 200 threshold for ASW, so that's good in my book. And first kill, can attack now. 5 seconds after battle starts, fires a barrage, and every 10 seconds after that, fires an upgrade version of barrage, increases her crit rate and crit damage by 10%. Oh, I forgot to remove the little brackets for her. Unfortunate. One of these days, I'll be good. And the barrage can only affect her with these buffs twice per battle. So she only get up to 20% extra for crit rate and crit damage. So it's quite good, but it doesn't go too crazy to stacking, which is fine. And second skill, hang in there, sure. Increase her accuracy by 10%. Nice. When the battle starts, if there are 3 ships afloat in your vanguard, or there's 1 other Northern Parliament ship in your vanguard, buffs her own firepower and torpedo by 15%. And if she's a sole vanguard ship, gives her better evasion and AA, so better survivability. Yeah, nothing too crazy, but if you want a good little DD for your fleet, you don't have some like Tashkent Muse. Those are the only 2 I can really remember. I guess Soobrzitenly's also here, but yeah, good little option. She's free, and she does give the strong appearance of, I think it's pronounced Kuching, but Kuching from Genshin. She's got the white hair, the large sweeping twin tails, and the tie where their hair looks like a bamboo sprout or whatever those things are. And lastly, for our ship, Soobrzitenly, probably my favorite design. Quite like the little coat, and yeah, just nothing out of over the top, nothing too crazy. I like her goggles. She got some cool goggles. I don't know why they got little blades on the edge. Maybe they fold back and they're like antenna. She gets better signal or something like that. But she's an elite. Beware of that. She's point accumulation, so after 10,000 points, you get her for free. And her ASW is also above that threshold of 200, so got some usability there. And she likes smoke screens. She deploys smoke screens, and if she's in a smoke screen, she increases her own damage dealt and her luck. So, and it doesn't have to be her own smoke screen. It can be someone like Belfast. It could be Anchorage. Those are the main 2 I remember with smoke screens. There's plenty of other stories with smoke screens, but you got some options for smoke screens if you want to kind of maximize that. Timing wise, how much you can keep the smoke screen up and then actually staying in the smoke screen is another thing. And then I was really trying hard to keep her thing within 1 page, so the text is a bit crammed. But a genius keeps things simple. There's a lot of writing here. It's not too simple. Every 20 seconds, fire Swift Barrage, and if there's at least 1 other DD from the Northern Parliament in your fleet, restores 5% HP of a randomly chosen DD from the Northern Parliament in your fleet. It's going to activate up to 2 times per battle. And if the healing recipient is Tashkent, and I'm assuming Tashkent Muse is also included in this, the amount of HP restored is increased by 50%. So, nice little survivability for DDs. And you'll have to run 2 DDs for this to even activate, so probably her and Toshkent, which good news. Toshkent Muse, pretty decent. So that was the Abyssial Refrain event. I'm not gonna be repulling for this. I think the only one I end up scrapping was Arkhangelsk. So I'll just wait for her to show up when I'm doing like a random daily pull, or if a wishing well where I need to grab a different heavy unit, I'll also just throw her in there. Am I gonna recommend this one too much? Volga's quite good, but just there's so many options for good CBs right now. The Kronshtadt, her cross fleet effects are quite nice. I do like them for battleships. So, keep that in mind. And yeah, just kind of meh. As I've said before, Northern Parliament is my least favorite faction. So, not super enthused about them. But, so yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you found it useful. If you did, share with someone else. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.